Chelsea offered chance to sign Argentinian international. A big mistake made by Chelsea. And Thomas Tuchel and Pep Guardiola about to battle it out for Thomas Tuchel's ex-player. Yo guys, welcome back to another video. Today we got another Chelsea News Today video. No match review tonight. Just want to say that. No match review for Chelsea vs Atletico Madrid. Massive game. If you haven't already, check out my match preview that I uploaded yesterday. Yeah, be on my channel. I don't know why it'll be on my channel. Very excited, but kind of nervous. Hopefully we don't bottle it. It's in our hands. It's our game to lose. And surely it's in the bag. Right? So starting off with a story that has actually resurfaced itself from January transfer window, I think, or a while back before that. And it's all on the Argentinian international playing for Juventus, Paulo Dybala, with links to him apparently giving Chelsea the opportunity to sign him this summer. Now, personally, I don't really think we need him. He's a brilliant player, but can't get into Juventus' squad at the moment, which is a little sus. Little sus. Paulo Dybala sus. But he's a great player, and you can't lie. That is a fact. He's a great player in there. And he's still not even in his prime. I always think of him still as a youngish player, but he's not. He's like 24, 25 maybe. But personally, we don't really need a Paulo Dybala if we already bought Havertz, Werner and Ziyech, and we have Pulisic, we have Hudson, Odoi as well, Mason Mount. We have loads of attackers similar to Paulo Dybala that we bought and already have from last season, but we're not playing them. Can't get the best out of Pulisic or Ziyech. Hudson Odoi can't really prove himself and force his way into the first team. Werner can't really do the same, and neither can Havertz. So why would we need to add to that unless we're going to lose one? However, he's a great player, Dybala, but personally, I don't really think we need him. Comment down below what you think, though, because he is a very good player on his day. So the next story is about a mistake that Chelsea made back in the Frank Lampard era. You probably know what it is. And Chelsea are regressing everything they did. And I regret it. Well, I didn't make the decision, but I wish we didn't. And it's all on for Tammy, who it looked like it looked obvious that he would leave on loan last January just gone, and AC Milan were up there. I thought that he'd go to a team like Leeds or Newcastle interested, and also so were Edouard, Mendy's old team, but none of that went through. He went to AC Milan, and although he's a great player, a great defender, and I did think he would do well in Italy, I didn't think he'd be doing this well in Italy, and he's been absolutely brilliant recently. He was great in the Manchester United game in the Europa League, and is even displacing AC Milan's captain in Romagnoli, who has been their first choice defender for a number of years. But with success from Tammy at AC Milan, it was kind of bound to happen eventually. Chelsea have made a mistake. Why did we put in a release clause? I don't know if they pressured us to put in a release clause. It was Tamori's idea, but it was a mistake setting it at £28 million. For that amount of money, any team buying Tammy for £28 million, if he's played like he has this season, that is an absolute bargain. And I'm so afraid that we could lose him to AC Milan because we made that mistake of putting in the release clause. For Milan, it's actually still a tall order for them to actually scramble the money around and pay that £28 million. But I think they could do it eventually. They're high up in Serie A, and I'm sure for one of the best defenders, maybe not one of the best defenders, but one of the best centre-halves in Italy at the age of 23, I think £28 million, they'd be very happy to pay. And the only way I can see Tammy returning to Chelsea is if Thomas Tuchel promises him first team games every single week, maybe as that right centre-back, but that's what Asby's playing so well, or maybe even as that left centre-back. I think he would fit really well into a 4 or a 3 at the back system because he's not the tallest, but he's rapid. But in a 2, I think he'd probably be better in a 3 with one commanding centre-half in the middle, Thiago Silva. But like I said, it all comes down to what Thomas Tuchel has planned for the English international. Now lastly, the last story is on a German you might have heard of. He's called Mahmoud Dahoud. I think that's how you pronounce it. He's a midfielder for Dortmund. Got signed for Dortmund when Thomas Tuchel was in charge. Actually, I go back quite far with him. I had him on FIFA Mobile, and he was scoring bangers for me, like back in 2016. So I knew who he was a while ago. Weird flex, but hey. And recently for Dortmund in the Bundesliga and the Champions League, he has really impressed with his goal scoring ability and just his ability on the ball, meaning that Thomas Tuchel and Pep Guardiola have both shown solid interest, with both of them hoping to potentially upgrade their midfield this summer. Now, Chelsea's midfield is very well balanced in Jorginho, Kante and Kovacic, the only three we have seen in that rotating two. However, Kante is one of the best defensive midfielders in the world, but doesn't really offer too much going forwards. Jorginho keeps the ball very well, but I don't think he offers too much going forwards either. And Kovacic can be very good on transition, driving forwards, and also very good at defending. But he's not like a goal-scoring midfielder, like Mahmoud Dahoud is. Now, this guy is scoring bangers after bangers, and he's the long shot king, basically, for Borussia Dortmund. And personally, I think we need way more players that have a long shot on them. The only players I can think of in the team, Reece James and Mason Mount, two academy products that Frank Lampard probably taught how to take long shots. And I do love a long shot. And more than often, if you shoot, then you have a chance of scoring. That's just... What am I talking about? If you don't shoot, then you won't score. And if we do get held back to like a Burnley or an Atletico Madrid like we got tonight, one of the best options is to shoot from distance. And if you can take them clinically, then we saw what Kevin De Bruyne did yesterday on his weaker foot. Jesus. I wish we had Kevin De Bruyne back, or a player like him. Now, Dahoud would give Chelsea a new dimension to the midfield, and I think he'd fit in pretty well. He'd obviously know Christian Pulisic from his Borussia Dortmund days, and he'd know the coach, the gaffer, from his Borussia Dortmund days, as Tuchel was the coach that brought him in to Borussia Dortmund. He is 25, so not super young anymore, but after really impressing this as of recently, and also with Borussia Dortmund naming him on the shortlist that they'd be happy to sell if they need to, Chelsea I can actually see it as being a very, very realistic signing, personally. I wouldn't be surprised if it's one of Tuchel's first signings this summer. With that said, if a bid did come in from Manchester City and Borussia Dortmund accepted it and Chelsea put a bid in and Dortmund's accepted that, then I don't know what he would choose. Will he be getting into City's first team every single week? Or does he want to go with Chelsea? Oh, I know who I'd go with, but I'm biased. Anyway, that was all for today. Thank you very much for watching. Comment down below your thoughts on the stories. Come on, you Blues, for later. I'm excited. Like I said, no match review. I'm sorry about that. Apologies. But I'm excited, but also nervous. Goodbye.